You are Ekansh Garg from Manpuri, UP.
Sir, actually I belong to Bijnor, Uttar Pradesh, but currently posted in Mainpuri.
So you posted in Manpuri.
Yes, sir.
Now first tell me the meaning of word Ekansh.
Sir, Ekansh means Ek Ansh. So my parents call me Bhagwan ka Ekansh.
Okay. And you are from currently posted in Manpuri. It's supposed to be very politically important constituency of UP. Can you tell me the reasons?
Sir, currently the current MLA of the Mainpuri is daughter-in-law of the late Mulayam Singh. So that's why it is famous. Apart from that, sir, it was previously the constituency of that particular family. That is the family of late Mulayam Singh ji.
You are already working as a bank officer in Bank of India. Why do you want to switch over to RBI?
Sir, I believe that Bank of India has provided me immense knowledge and experience. But sir, getting into RBI would be a transformative step in my career, sir. Because sir, in RBI I would be working with with brilliant minds. Apart from that, sir, RBI offers unique functions and continuous growth. So, sir, I'm mostly into RBI just because of the unique functions that is not performed.
So you are using the word unique function. We'll start with a very basic, simple question. What are the functions of RBI?
Sir, broadly there are 10 functions of the RBI. First, first is issuer of currency. Second, regulation and supervision of financial institution. Third, regulation and supervision of payment and settlement systems. Fourth, banker to bank and government. Fifth, manages foreign exchange reserves. Sixth, manages and maintains foreign exchange. Seventh, lender of last resort. Eighth, sir, let me recall. So other developmental functions like financial inclusion and economic policy research.
What do you mean by lender of last resort?
Sir, when RBI comes to rescue to financial institutions when they are facing any liquidity problem or they are in the verge of collapse, because it might create a systemic issue in the economy, like it may result in failure of other banks as well or other financial institutions.
Do RRB also fall under the control of RBI? Regional rural banks?
Sir, yes, they are into the RRBs are also regulated by the Reserve Bank of India.
Okay. RBI, have you heard the name term lead bank of a district? क्या होता है lead bank? You are a banker by profession, right?
Sir, currently my bank, that is Bank of India, is also the lead bank of the Mainpuri.
That's why I asked.
Yes, sir. Sir, lead bank, sir, it was launched in 1969 and its main aim was to its main aim was to consolidate all the efforts of in a district by a bank, like the credit efforts or financial inclusion efforts, so that a bank would take responsibility and they would conduct meetings, that is block level bankers committee, district consultative committee. So these meetings are conducted so that a comprehensive view of the functioning of the financial institution in the district is taken, and further measures that need to be
Since your bank is a lead bank, tell me what is currency chest?
Sir, my bank is also the currency chest.
That's why I'm asking you these questions. I didn't ask these questions to anybody else.
Sir, a currency chest is like an extended arms of the Reserve Bank of India, and it helps in the retrieval as well as supply of currency in that area.
If the money is kept in the currency chest, is it considered a part of the bank who is holding the currency chest, or it's a part of the RBI's currency?
Sir, currency chest is the ownership of the Reserve Bank of India. So all the money that is in the currency chest, it is part of the Reserve Bank of India. Like
what is CRR?
Cash reserve ratio, and a bank has to maintain a percentage of net demand and time liabilities. Currently, it is 4.5%. Sir.
Why RBI keeps on increasing or decreasing repo rate?
Sir, the major
from time to time.
Yes, sir. Sir, the main reason for the fluctuation in repo rate is because of the money supply in the economy. Like if they want to increase money supply in the economy, they will normally decrease the repo rate. But if they want to decrease the money supply in the economy, they will increase the repo rate.
Okay, you mentioned that you were called for interview by RBI 2 times. What went wrong in the last 2 interviews?
Sir, I take it in a very positive way, sir, and I felt that RBI Grade B is a competitive exam, so I believe I might not have done wrong, but other people might have done better than me. So since it is a competitive exam, and sir, in both of my results, in my first attempt I missed by only 8 marks, while in my second attempt I missed by only 5 marks.
What was the score in the interviews both the times?
Sir, in my first interview I scored 47, while in my second I scored 35.
Out of 75?
Yes, sir.
What sort of questions did they ask you?
Sir, they started with my commerce questions related to commerce, like balance sheet. Then they went on to HR questions.
So you would like to answer some questions on commerce right now?
Yes, definitely, sir.
Okay. Tell me, if a organization has got very high current ratio, what does it imply?
Sir, high current ratio means they are holding high current assets with respect to its current liabilities. So, and they are not able to utilize it well. So that will further impact on its profitability or in the operations of the company.
Or maybe the company is not enjoying very high credit worthiness. Nobody is willing to lend it on give it a credit. Is it possible? It is forced to keep a lot of
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I believe.
assets with it.
Yes, sir. I believe that if they are having high current assets but they are short on current liabilities, that may be a case, sir. Because if companies are not lending, then they need to put on high current assets.
Acha, what is PLI scheme of government?
So the production linked incentive scheme, sir, the government has introduced this scheme to increase the production in the country, and the problem is the Indian economy has shifted from agriculture to the services sector, and one of the ways to increase the GDP growth in the economy is to increase the industrial sector. So in order to give impetus to this sector, government introduced PLI scheme for 14 sectors.
Now, as compared to the rest of the world, it is said that our economy is in a better shape. And we have handled the COVID also in a much better way than many so-called developed countries of the world. What are the factors which has made India more resilient economy?
Sir, the primary factor was the private final consumption expenditure, because more than 68% of our total GDP constitutes of final consumption expenditure, and it is mostly the basic necessities, because India is having population of more than 1.4 crore people. So that was the major reason. Apart from that, sir, our foreign exchange reserves was very good. So that also, due to which our currency, that is INR to USD conversion, was very smooth. Like there was not much fluctuations.
So, what is hot money?
So when money flows from one country to another country on the verge of better returns, it is termed as hot money.
Different between FDI and FPI?
So in case of FDI, if any purchasing company, that is if any investor is purchasing more than 10% in any company, or if it is investing in any unlisted company, then it is termed as FDI. While in case of FPI, if they are holding less than 10%, it is.
Okay, you studied from Motilal Nehru College. Who was Motilal Nehru?
So he was freedom fighter and father of former Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru ji.
ठीक है. अब मैं कॉमर्स पे एक बहुत बेसिक सा सवाल पूछूँ. Let me see whether you remember anything. 3 golden rules of accounting.
Sir, can I please take some time with your permission?
Most
Yes, sir.
basic question
Yes,
I
sir.
asked.
Yes, sir.
You would have been taught when you took commerce on the very
Yes, sir.
first
Yes, sir.
few weeks.
Yes, sir. Sir, there are 3 types of accounts in accounting: real, personal, and nominal. Now, sir, in case of real, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Real. Then comes personal. Debit. Personal. Debit the receiver, credit the giver.
योगी पिछली बार दूंगा ना, कॉमर्स के सवाल नहीं आए तो इसलिए मैंने बिल्कुल बेसिक सवाल पूछा. डेबिट द रिसीवर, क्रेडिट द गिवर. डेबिट व्हाटएवर कम्स इन, क्रेडिट डेबिट ऑल एक्सपेंसेस, क्रेडिट ऑल लॉसेस. Contingent liability, what is that?
So contingent liabilities are those liabilities that are not part of the balance sheet, like they are not payable currently, but they may be payable in the future.
So where are they shown?
Sir, they are shown in footnotes.
Okay. What is return on equity?
So return on equity calculates the return that we are getting on the shareholders fund. So and its formula is net income divided by shareholders fund.
Debt service coverage ratio.
So debt service coverage, sir, it calculates basically the paying capacity of the borrower, and it is calculated by operating profit divided by interest expense.
Normally, what is a comfortable debt equity ratio for any organization when we are lending?
Sir, I believe that it should not breach the level of 2:1, because after that it will be over leveraged and they won't be able to repay.
What is CIBIL?
Sir, CIBIL is a company that provides scores, credit rating, that provides credit rating on the base of individuals, that is used for loans.
What is sunk cost?
Sir, sunk costs are those costs that are not recoverable in the production. So currently, sir, I'm not able to recall the examples of it, but
What is opportunity cost?
sir, if we take any decision, we have to forego any other investment avenue. So that foregone investment avenue is the opportunity cost, or the cost of the next best alternative.
Recently, RBI has imposed a fine on few commercial banks. Are you aware of the reason why they are being punished or sanctions have been imposed on those banks?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of it.
You have mentioned that you are looking at 100 days, 100 days. What is it?
Sir, under this scheme, every branch has to contact the top 100 depositors whose money has went to the DEAF fund, and within 100 days. So,
What is the fund?
Sir, depositors education and awareness fund, and under this money will be transferred to this fund if an account has not been credited or debited by any customer induced transaction for more than 10 years.
More than 10 years. And suppose that if you are not going to find those people, then what will happen with that money?
Sir, it will stay with the RBI under the DEF head, and RBI will use it for the customer awareness and education purposes.
Okay. What is the standing deposit facility?
So under the standing deposit facility, the banks can keep their excess money with the Reserve Bank of India without the need for exchanging the government securities.
Okay. But there was already a facility of reverse repo. So to avoid reverse repo, it is replaced the reverse repo, or it is just an extension for liquidity absorption?
Sir, it is an additional tool for the liquidity absorption, because sir, currently RBI is also continuing with the reverse repo rate, which is currently at 3.35%. So I believe it is an extended version of that reverse repo rate.
What is balance of payment?
So balance of payment summarizes the financial transactions of one country with another country.
Another country or all the countries?
Sir, it summarizes with all the transactions that takes place with all other countries.
All other countries, including at domestic level also. Like countries, like when we will calculate our balance of payment, do we calculate the transactions with Nepal and Bhutan?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of this.
Because they also allowed the rupee transactions. So will we include it or not?
Sir, I believe it must be included because it is a foreign constituency, but sir, since they trade in rupees, so that's why, sir, I'm not sure of it.
Achha, there is one term ECB in the balance of payment. Do you have idea of what is ECB?
Sir, it's external commercial borrowing, and a company can borrow from other countries through this route.
Only companies or government can also use that thing?
Sir, government can raise loans through government securities, but sir, I'm not aware if they can raise loan through ECBs.
Who fixed the limit of ECB?
Sir, currently it is fixed by the RBI, and last year it was increased as well for a short tenure.
Why RBI is assigned for this work? they limit this borrowing? Why they not allow? Because RBI do not have a liability. Liability is on the company. So why RBI is being there to fix? No, you cannot borrow more than that in the foreign currency.
Sir, the major reason is due to the involvement of foreign exchange, because if RBI will give free hand to the companies on raising it, then there will be free flow of currency, and the forex reserve will deplete or increase in a much faster way. That will have a further impact on the current account deficit and the value of Indian rupee as well.
Current account deficit or capital account deficit? Capital account surplus.
Sorry sir, I would like to change that. Please, it was capital accounts.
Capital account deficit or capital account surplus?
Sir, currently it is in surplus, but sir, it will depend on the situation. If people are withdrawing money from the India from from India, then it will lead to capital account deficit.
Achha, last question. If I'll ask you, a capital account surplus is it good for economy or bad for economy?
Sir, if it is coming in the form of FDI and FPI, then it is bad for the economy to some extent, because sir, although it is providing capital, but sir, eventually it has to be returned back to the investors as well. So for that reason, it is negative, but sir, it is positive as well if it is coming in the form of remittances. But sir, that comes under the current account. So
My question is capital account surplus, is it good for economy or bad for economy?
sir, mostly I believe it is bad for the economy.
Why?
Sir, just because eventually we need to give it back to the investors, including the returns. So more money outflow will be, more foreign exchange outflow will be there in the longer tenor. That
Is the reason, sir.
But at the same time, you are trying every way to attract the investors from foreign countries through FPI, through FDI.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Sir, that is majorly because to increase capital in the country, to induce capital in the country, and to induce technology in the country. That is the main purpose, because sir, we want to, because the government wants to increase the share of industrial sector in the economy. That is the main reason, sir.
So Ekansh, when sir asked why RBI, so you told that that is unique function RBI has. So there are many organizations, many governmental organizations have unique function like income tax department, civil services. Even bank have many unique functions.
Yes, sir.
So then why only RBI?
So first, I believe that RBI represents the pinnacle of financial institutions in India. Apart from that, sir, banking sector is not only just the job in banking sector is not just only a simple job. Sir, it represents, sir, through this we can increase the wealth of the citizens as well as increase the.
So you are in Bank of India, then same thing you are doing here.
Yes.
Then why you are coming to RBI?
Sir, RBI is more about the policy formulation, and sir, I have interest in the policy formulation since I was in graduation.
Suppose you will be posted in customer education department, then how you will contribute to the policy department? Means then you will not join RBI?
Sir, I believe this will also provide me a better opportunity so that I will be able to execute new ideas for financial inclusion that will have overall impact on the country.
What is retail direct scheme?
Sir, the Retail Direct Scheme was launched by the Honorable Prime Minister, and its main aim was to attract individual investors in the government securities. That was previously not possible, although it was possible through the mutual funds route, but directly we cannot purchase it through primary or secondary market.
Who regulates cooperative banks?
So currently the regulation of urban cooperative banks is with Reserve Bank of India, while the supervision is with NABARD.
Have you heard about provisioning coverage ratio? What is it?
So when some loans of a bank has gone into default, then a bank has to keep aside a certain percentage of firms, a percentage of its gross NPA as a provision, so that these loss can be written off after a certain date if they are not recovered.
So what is the current requirement of PCR as per RBI?
Sorry sir, I'm not aware of the requirement, but sir, currently for my bank it is 89%, so I believe it must be 75%.
Okay. What is the difference between NBFC and a bank? What is the major difference?
So the major difference is that now NBFCs cannot take deposits. Some of the NBFCs can take that have taken license before 1997, but now they cannot take deposits, while banks can take deposits. Apart from that, sir, NBFCs are regulated under the Companies Act, while the banks are regulated under the Banking Regulation Act.
One last question, what is the difference between payment bank and small finance bank?
Sir, the major purpose of payments bank is to improve the remittance of money from one person to another person, while in case of small finance bank, its main aim is to provide small amount of loans, that is loan below 25 lakhs, and to increase the reach of these loans so that small MSMEs or small industrialists would be able to get loans easily.
Okay, that's it, Ekansh.